UFC 284, Makhachev versus Volkanovski just took place last night. I'm going to go through the full card recap, starting with the early prelims, ending with the main event. You know how it goes. Let's get started in the early prelim opener of Elvis Brenner versus Survivor Tugagov. I picked Tugagov to win this one by first round KO. A lot of people are calling this a robbery. I think Tugagov won, but it's not bad. It's not like, oh my god, the worst robbery I've ever seen in my life. It's not like that at all. You know, if you rewatch it, Brenner was doing good. Like, he was landing shots, chewing up the leg of Tugagov. I think he could have won round one. I don't know, I got mixed up on this card, for fuck's sake. But Tugagov won round two. Brenner had, Brenner had a good round one, but Tugagov maybe won round three. Tugagov could have won that fight 2-1 though. It was really confusing. But it's not a robbery. It should have went Tugagov, but it's not a robbery in any way. It's just a bad decision there. But Brenner gets it done as a huge underdog, starting all of us at 0-1. Moving on, up the card, Blake Bilder versus Shane Young. Blake Bilder just won this fight, in my opinion, pretty comfortably over the 3 rounds. You know, round 3 could have been Bilder, even though Young was pushing it. Round 2 could have been Bilder, but that's a close round. Shane Young actually can win round 2, but round 1, Bilder won as well. So round 3 and 1 are Blake Bilder, but competitive fight overall. Not the best of fights, to be honest with you. Shane Young loses. I picked Bilder to win, I think, and I got right. Shane Young just is not good at all, skill-wise at least. Moving on. Up the card, Loma Lookboom versus Elise Reed. I went for Loma Lookboom here to get this one done by decision. She got a finish. You know, she was sculling Elise Reed on the feet for the most part, chewing up the leg. Elise Reed had visible damage to her leg. It was purple a little bit. She just got taken down at the end, which loses her the round. That's that one moment that ruined it for her in round 1. Elise Reed, she tried going for the clinch, and she got hipped off by Elise Reed. Good stuff, Reed. But round 2, she thought Reed was starting to look good. Get down, Elise Reed. Choke her out if Arena could choke. And she gets it done over Elise Reed. Good stuff from Loma Lookboom. She wins. She's a very good fighter. She's a good striker overall, which I respect. Just work a bit on, I don't know where she trains. Where does she train at? Loma Lookboom. Lookboom Muay Thai. Go to Tiger Muay Thai for a little bit. You're from there. Tiger Muay Thai. You know, you can train there. Work on your wrestling a little bit. Because I know she's a really good fighter, but she needs to work on a little bit of the wrestling, in my opinion. Moving on. Good win, though. Moving on. Jack Jenkins versus Don Shanis. Jack Jenkins just won this fight every round. He kept initiating the grappling, which was a bit annoying because he could have just easily won on the feet. He was chewing up the leg of Don Shanis. I don't know why Bisping kept saying Jack Jenkins, he broke the leg of the last 3 guys, like he broke someone's leg. I guess he was chewing up the leg badly. The leg was kind of broke, but yeah, Jack Jenkins won this fight. But Shanis made it competitive. You know, I thought he was going to get finished, but he made everyone competitive. Not really, but he made it competitive. You know, he stayed in there, tried to win at least. And Jack Jenkins gets it done. He's a very good fighter, Jack Jenkins. I think he's 29 years old. But he's a good fighter. He said he wants to fight in the U.S. next. Let's do that. Yeah, so good stuff from Jack Jenkins. Moving on. Up the card to Jamie Malarkey versus Francisco Prado. Yeah, Jamie Malarkey used some grappling here. I didn't expect some grappling from Malarkey. He won this fight against Francisco Prado, an undefeated prospect, and he used some grappling early on. Like, Prado, I think, thought Malarkey was going to scrap with him, and maybe he'll get the KO. Immediate takedown. Screwed up everything. Screwed up the timing and everything for Prado, who was just like, oh, fuck. There goes my chance. You know, and Malarkey did it other rounds as well. Last 2 rounds, beat Prado. I picked Malarkey, Jenkins, and Lookboom and Bilder to win. All those 4-1. Up to 5-1 now. Clayton Rodriguez versus Shannon Ross. Clayton Rodriguez Was landing weird kicks all of a sudden. I think he rocked. Did he rock Ross with a knee to the body? I think it was, or something like that. He rocked him bad, and then went for like a spinning 360 kick, or something like that. And it missed, but he just landed kicks and punches against the cage. Put down Shannon Ross, who arguably shouldn't have even been in the UFC. To be honest with you, I think he was only here because of the Australian card. And I don't know. I don't even know why he was here. But Rodriguez got the job done. So good stuff from Clayton Rodriguez. Very fast in round 1. You need to use some grappling. Or get a quick K. Or have some power back. Because you ain't beating this guy on the feet. I don't know. He's decent though. He's good. He's very good, Clayton Rodriguez. Moving on. Got that one right as well. Moving on. Joshua Kalibau versus Melsik Bagdasaryan. I'm not mad about this. People are probably like, you should have went with Kalibau, though. I switched to Melsik, but it was good. I did. Because he was fucking up Kalibau. It was good because he was fucking up Kalibau. And Kalibau just pulled out a fluky sub. Like, if I picked Kalibau to win that, I would have been like, Melsik was fucking him up, though. But I got it right, I guess. So, I'm actually fine with getting that one wrong. Kalibau got the job done. Lots of groin shots. I get it, but a bad groin shot in that fight, nut shot in that fight. But the Melsik was landing too much kicks. Kalibau caught the kick, fell over, and immediately snatched on the neck. So good stuff from Joshua Kalibau. Very good stuff. Like, he's getting a name for himself. He needs that one good name now. Like, if you got Melsik, who's not really known, Sung Choi is not really known. He needs that one good name. Like, I wouldn't even mind, like, a Joshua Kalibau versus, like, a Ryan Hall. I wouldn't mind that. Moving on. Up the card. Good stuff from Kalibau. Modestas Bukauskas versus Tyson Pedro. Pedro looked terrible, man. Pedro looked trash in this fight. I'm going to be real here. Tyson Pedro. Come on, bro. One-rounder Pedro. Like, that's what we have to call him now from now on. Yeah. I mean, he can't even beat fucking Bukauskas. Who's good, by the way. Good stuff from Bukauskas. Really good stuff. I'm not saying, like, he lost to a bum or anything like that, but, one-rounder cardio. Like, he won round 1, but it was close, but he should have won round 1, Pedro. Round 2, Bukauskas turned the tides a little bit. In round 3, Bukauskas won as well. Yeah, Pedro was just sloppy, stand-up, looked shit all around. He just didn't look good. Really didn't look good. So good stuff from Bukauskas, who had that brutal knee injury against Khalil Roundtree not long ago, or over a year now. But then came back on Cage Warriors against Lee Chadwick, got a unanimous decision, then beat Chuck Campbell for the light heavyweight championship, and got a knockout, and then got this call on short notice. And he beat Pedro, who was on a bit of a streak. It's not like he beat William Knight, who's lost, like, he beat Pedro. So good stuff from Bukauskas. Kind of stole Pedro's hype there. So good stuff. Pedro, man, looked shit. Really looked shit. And I guess that shows how bad E.K. Villanueva and Harry Hunsucker is in hindsight. Moving on up the card to the main card. Jimmy Crute versus Alonzo Menefield. A draw, which I agree with. Menefield would have won that, though, really, though, if he didn't fucking grab the cage so many times. He would have won that, and I would have got that right. But a draw, I don't, it's not like I think that's correct. But, yeah, Jimmy Crute. Yeah, was winning round 1 with the grappling. Showed really good grappling. He keeps striking at these guys, thinking he's good. Like, he needs to fucking grapple. Straight on, boom. Straight on, boom. Yeah, it's just really annoying. But, yeah, Tyson Pedro. Not Tyson Pedro. Jimmy Crute lost round 1 because he got dropped at the very end because he thinks he can strike. Round 2, I think he was looking good, but Menefield dropped him at the beginning, I think. But then Menefield was winning the round. Competitive, though. Round 3 was all Crute. He grabbed the cage, though. Battlefield won the first 2 rounds. And it would have been a 29-28 decision. He should have just let Crute out-grapple him. And Crute wouldn't have got a 10-8 himself. So he grabbed the cage, which made it a 10-8. And he already won the first 2. So Battlefield screwed that up for himself. Could have been ranked if he got that win. If he didn't grab the cage, he would have been ranked. He would have been ranked. Yeah, maybe run it back. They say they want to run it back, especially Crute. So let's do it again. Moving on up the card. Justin Tafa versus Parker Porter. Whatever. I picked Parker Porter to outclass him over 3 rounds. Because Porter can't beat these guys. And Jared Vanderaa, I guess, is a fucking good fighter. Because, listen, Parker Porter cannot, beat people over the distance. But, yeah, he just tried. And he was winning that, but he just rushed in like a reet. I'm not going to say that. YouTube, I saved myself. He rushed in like that. You know. He was just outclassed. He was winning on the stats. But he just rushed in and got countered. Good one from Tafa, though. Really good stuff. But that was a toss-up there for me. Moving on up the card. Jack Della Maddalena versus Randy Brown. Jack Della Maddalena. Yes. Dude's fucking insane. I thought this would be a test for him. Because Randy Brown doesn't just get destroyed like that. You know, it takes till the second round. Like Luke K takes till the second round. Jack Della, man. He timed it as well. Randy Brown was landing good shots here and there. But Jack Della, man. He knew what he was doing. I know people are saying, oh yeah, but before the punch. But Jack Della knew what he was doing. He was sitting up, seeing where Randy Brown would go, and now, trying to exit the distance. Boom! Right hand on the chin, puts down Randy Brown, lands some big shots, and then, he was like, I'm not going to go for ground pound. Reina could choke in, it's over. On a concussed Randy Brown. Good shit from Maddalena, man. And I think they're going to do him versus Neil Magny now as well. Man. Yeah. Good shit from Maddalena. How old is he? He is 26. These fuckers are done. Colby, get off your fucking ass. Alright? Get off your ass. Bilal, you're already up here. You got out just in time before these prospects came. Jesus, good stuff from Jack. Moving on to the co-main event. Yair Rodriguez versus Josh Emmett. Good stuff from Yair Rodriguez. Really good stuff. Really good stuff from Yair Rodriguez. This was a great win. This was a great win from him. He was sculling Josh Emmett. Just sculling him. He was sculling Josh Emmett on the feet, landing shots. Emmett just had nothing for him. I know at the end of the round, Emmett kind of dropped him, but not really. I think Yair kind of fell over off balance, but overall, after that, only that moment, outside of that one moment, Yair rocked him, put the guard. Emmett had a guard up. He put Emmett's guard down, elbow, which was clean as fuck. Yair's so good, man, and he could beat Volk. I'm gonna make an early prediction for that later this week, because we have a weak ass card coming up in Blanchfield versus Andrade, now stepping in against Blanchfield. But yeah, Yair pulled out the triangle, was going for an armbar attempts. Emmett tried getting out, but then triangle. Try getting out of this. And Emmett taps. Good stuff from Yair. I'd really love to see him versus Volk. Moving on to the main event. Islam Makhachev versus Alexander Volkanovski. I made a full fight breakdown for this on the channel. An individual reaction and breakdown. I think Volk won. But overall, I'm just going to be honest here. Both guys are great. Both guys should look at... I already broke down the fight, so I'm just going to say what's next. Both guys are really good. I think Makhachev should fight the winner of Oliveira Dariush. If it's Dariush. If it's Oliveira, we'll see. And we'll talk then. But if it's Dariush should get the title shot. I mean, no doubt. He should have arguably got it when he beat Gamrot, but it was a bit of a mess, with Poirier and that. But yeah, good stuff from both guys. And Volkanovski, I thought, was a better fighter. Yeah. Yeah. Good stuff from both guys. Volkanovski should fight Yair in Mexico, I think. Really. Volkanovski, this is how you do it. Volkanovski, Rodriguez main event. Moreno, Pantoja, 2 in the co-main event. Feature fight can be Nunes versus Aldana. If they want to, I don't know what they're going to, it should be Aldana versus Pena. That actually is perfect. Because Pena's kind of Mexican, right? If I'm not mistaken. She's kind of Mexican. Where is Juliana Pena? Because that's actually perfect if they do that. And they should do that for an interim belt. Because Pena said she would fight for a belt. That's his fucking belt. So fight. They probably should do that. Mexican, right? She's from Mexico. Yeah, she is. She is from Mexico. That's what you do. We'll see, though. Like and subscribe. And Negrassa's fighting fucking Shevchenko. So maybe if she wins, she can turn around. But I doubt she wins. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. There's a full card recap. Yeah. Peace.